Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron for Millennium Dawn with me, Alpha Pi Omega, in Singapore. So in the last episode we've done quite a lot of things that I've never done before. First of all, we started our first operation against the cartels. Hopefully it's gonna go well, because if it doesn't, it's gonna backhand slap us in the face. So fingers crossed, we have 80 days to see. Second thing, we had our first issues with the protests. We kind of got it under control. We were lucky there. I've also ran out of fuel and then was all confused what happened with our income. And I've completely violated my original plan for the focuses, but I guess it's fine. We managed to get to the expansion of the maritime industry, and now we have... Actually, we have a couple of things here that are very important. All of these are actually very good. I don't know in which way we should do them. Now, the Degussa trade downright gives us a huge boost to tax revenue of 5%, and the market restrictions give us additional 10% extra, so it's 15% extra tax income. And Master of the Gold would give us 10 extra rare materials or precious metals production in Singapore. So this is something that I definitely wanted to get. But we also have invest in Singapore machinery, which gives us civilian industry, and then intermediate parts production, which also give us additional civilian industry. Frankly though, I don't think we need the civilian industry that much. So let's go with the Degussa trade, then market restrictions. Do we need precious metals? We need them for the ship here, but we need only one, so that's really not something that we need to bother with at this point. So Degussa trade, market restrictions, Singapore machinery, intermediate parts production. Then we're gonna get the Masters of the Gold, and then we're gonna switch to the energy efforts. Not at all what I expected, but okay, it's changing under our hands. So yeah, Degussa trade. Degussa Gold Handle GmbH is a trading brand of Degussa Bank in Germany. By inviting them to set up a new base of operation in Singapore, we could use their help to start our gold excavation projects. Okay, so we're gonna excavate gold, and we can add an additional dockyard that we just got on Fearless Corvette, but considering we have no metal or anything, yeah, it's not going the way I envisioned it, but it's not going particularly poor either. We're still building that. Oh, I just really hope that when these things go away, it doesn't lower the chance of the shell company. Oh, that would be so bad. But I mean, I could still get the political power to activate the military utilization again, but please tell me that's not what's gonna happen. Okay, can we get more oil, or when will we be able to get more oil? In 16 days. This is really not working for me. Okay, foreign meddling, great. As domestic unrest grows, foreign powers are taking interest. The government must decide between accepting foreign influence as it is or trying to control foreign agents. So don't make hasty moves. Okay, Japanese influence changed by 5.4% and 50% chance we decrease the protest strength, and 50% we increase radicalization, or find every one last of them, or start negotiations. God damn it. Okay, so 58% chance that we find every one last of them seems like the best one. This will increase radicalization slightly, but it will decrease protest strengths. Please. No, it didn't, and it increased radicalization to 3. Amazing. I don't know what that means, but obviously it's not good. Okay, so what do we have here? The money laundering operations are going to be gone soon. Utilize the military is going to go away soon. But let's hope the modifier stays. It didn't. Okay, so we actually have to... Yeah, we have to take it before the end. That's weird. That just doesn't work. I think that the chance should be locked once you activate it, because otherwise it makes barely any sense. But okay, whatever the game wants to do, we'll take it. Okay, now considering we have the economic boom, considering that people demand the police state, I'm thinking we're gonna give them what they want. Which is very cheap, and we're gonna get extra stability and some other bonuses. But it really castrates our daily political power gain. Did we increase the bureaucracy? Yeah, we did increase it, so that gives us a bit of a leverage. Not great though. Not great though. I hate how it's all connected, you know. Okay, now we can... Oh snap, yeah, with the extra factories and everything, we're starting to have a pretty terrifying penalties. Does that lower tax revenue? It does by 5%. Okay, so that's also an issue. We need to increase... Yeah. Okay, so change of plan. The Gusa trade, market restrictions, and then we're going to, with energy efforts, the expand fossil fuel plants and improve power plant efficiency, and maybe even the reinforce electrical infrastructure. Because that's just how it is. Okay, so the police investiture, 15%, and it's gonna run for 60 days. Okay, so let's spend money on that, and let's spend money on the police state, which will further... Yep, that's gonna slow down the protest strengths. I don't know how to lower the radicalization though, if there is even a way. Yeah, so now we have 60 chance, so it's 3-2 that we're gonna succeed. Hopefully we're gonna succeed. I don't even want to think about not succeeding. That would be just like a slap in the face from the game. But hey, not everything has to work right. Yeah, the manpower is just a terrible issue. And generally speaking, the population is a terrible issue. We can't really grow our economy if we don't have enough people for that. Now there were some technologies here which I saw were lowered, or was it in the research? Productivity, renewables. Here it is. Office sector power consumption is lowered. No, wait, that's just power. So was it something here? I'm confused. They made so many changes to the mod. I apologize, guys. I know that this must be frustrating, but I was pretty sure I saw... No, that's just monthly productivity. No, here it is. Neural network revival lowers the office's required workforce. So this chain lowers workforce. Okay, so that makes it even more interesting for us, because anything that lowers the population demand is amazing for us. So Pedra Branca disputes. Pedra Branca is a small granite outcrop in the territorial waters of Malaysia with a lighthouse that is administered by Singapore. Minor disputes and discussions over the sovereignty of the island resulted in a court case going to the International Court of Justice in the 90s. After nearly a decade, the Pedro Branca disputes are finally coming to a close after many rounds of discussions and court hearings. Pedro Branca's White House and the island belongs firmly to Singapore. And glorious days for us. Nice! We get political power 75%, stability 2%, popularity of 2%, and popularity of Western increased by 2%. That's something that I appreciate. Okay, facilitate trade expansion. What is this one? Expand the entry port. Gains expanded freight transport, which increases trade deal opinion factor, resorts exports revenue, corporate tax revenue multiplier for 90 days. Okay, so that's like a temporary boost to income. It's active for 90 days, and after 90 days we get a bonus for 90 days. Okay, I see that could work for us. From visit to Jerusalem. Okay, so we get the Degussa trade. Now let's continue with the boost of the market restrictions. Even though this is against our old ways of keeping the free market and low taxes inside our country, we need some limitations and restrictions against foreign metal and construction companies to ensure our local industry have a chance to compete and survive in market. So we gain further 2.5% stability, efficiency cap increased by 5%, and tax revenue multiplier by 10%. And Tropical Storm Vanay. The Tropical Storm Vanay has made its way across the city. Infrastructure in the city was largely unaffected, however. The airports have minor damages and disruptions to the airflow controls. Singapore infrastructure receives 0.1 level of damage. Repair the damage for political power. So, okay, this is gonna have to repair itself. Yeah, in 10 days it's gonna repair itself, so that's fine. Okay, the protest strengths keep increasing. Now, the important part. Oh, yeah, that's the map window. Appear the migrant workers. So we have 19 days before this one happens, and I'm really interested in seeing what's gonna happen, and we really need to do something with the with you. Hold on, if I lower this like so, the penalty tax on will be 2.8. We have 5 this way, it's 7.5. Yeah, it doesn't matter, let's keep it as this. But the fuel consumption is increased. Now let's lower it to some additional consumption at this point, because we really need to boost our energy infrastructure. Not at all how I was expecting this to go, to be quite honest. I was really expecting us to have way more factories and work way better, considering we've been playing for a year. We've achieved almost none of the goals that I had originally set for ourselves for this time period. But okay, you know, things happen, and the game is not giving us any, you know, it's not doing us any favors, so let's just say it that way. Mongolian elections. Natsagin Bagabandi forms new government. Actually, let's invest more into Taiwanese infrastructure. We need to keep the investments running so that... Okay, we can't do this, but we can do it here. So let's invest that money. It's gonna keep increasing slightly our weekly income. And the interest is fairly low, so there is no issue. Actually, let's do another project in Japan. We'll be saving money for quite some time now, so... Oh yes! Nice. Okay, so let's do one more investment here. So let's invest into Japan. And now let's hear it. Successful shell company investigations. After weeks of investigation, we have shut down several suspicious companies, seizing their assets in the process. While very little money has been collected, we have seized a large number of properties, civilian vehicles and other goods. This should serve as a hard blow, not only to their money laundering operations, but to their ability to maintain all of their operations. So again, 0.63 billion in money, but most important, the strength of cartels is lowered by 12, which is a huge blow to their operations. So now they are, yep, look at that, they're barely doing anything to us. So, yep, the money went up significantly just from this one little thing. And, well, I don't really think we need to do much now. Their strength is very low, and unless they get out of hand, we will be fine. So what would you do? That significantly lowers tax modifier. It would give us tax. Oh no. I can't. We need that money for now. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. I would love to repeal it, but we can't. Okay, but with this political power, we can do a couple of things. The relations with Malaysia are slowly dropping, with Indonesia as well. And we wanted to start investing into relations with the United States and Germany. So let's do that. We'll burn a bit of political power here, but it's going to increase our relations with them significantly. And they might have a higher chance then to invest into us and, generally speaking, be a bit more friendly. And it's going to give us the ability to actually monitor the market for purchases. Okay, let's buy a bit more fuel from the market. Yeah, we're starting to stockpile a bit more. We're starting to get things under control a bit. The market restrictions are gonna be nice. Slight corruption, and we can then start working on the energy efforts and get this one done. Singaporean bull. The end of the cartels. Oh! Nice! After decades of strife and the sacrifice of many, we have excised any remnants of the cartels from our country. However, we are still not safe from their influence. Other countries in our region are still suffering the reign of these monsters, and it now happens that we have ample expertise in monster hunting. So we gain, for 720 days, political power gain plus 20%, construction speed plus 25%, tax revenue plus 15%, and the cost to change corruption is lowered by 25% for 720 days, and we remove the cartels completely. Nice! Okay, that is just awesome. Okay, that was worth it. The whole time of the strife and the investments just made it worth. Okay, so what do you guys want in the healthcare? You want to get rid of... Okay, who's condemning Iran this time? Oman. Okay, you want the basic hospitals. Okay, I think we can give you that. It's gonna further lower the protests. And the social spending. The defense spending is where we are going to suffer the most, because that's just sizable. That's a no-go. The social spending, the pensions, that's also very expensive, but I'm willing to do it. But the military, that has to wait. Okay, so with the market restrictions, what's our current income? Okay, what was 0.85, but we just invested a bit more into the codex, so I get it. Okay, let's go with the energy efforts. This actually has no description, but it's gonna help us significantly with our situation, and we have 16.68 military experience. Bolivia has requested trading agreement. Okay, sure. You know what, while we're improving the relations, let's improve it with our good friend Brunei as well. I'm really confused on why they haven't put this into the game. Maybe they don't know, literally. It could be just that. Okay, the integrated gasification combined cycle is going to be done in 26 days. So that's another boost. Together with the focus, hopefully this is going to fix our situation. I mean, we're about 9% or less than 10% in deficit. So these two focus, well, the combination of the focus and the technology should clear it out completely. But we're still not going with the, heavy consumption. But we'll get there. We'll get more stuff done. Wait, where's the... Oh, it's... Always forget it here. Here's the fuel. Give you 226k. It's growing. Pardon me, it's growing. Damn, this tea. It's growing, and fuel consumption. Jesus, this is really hard to monitor. Okay, repay a bit of it. Thailand is offering us trade agreement as well. Okay, I like it. Shouldn't we get the trade hub of East Asia? Okay, we might want to get this one next, because the trade hub of Southeast Asia. Singapore is a major financial and major trading port between the West and East. It sits on the vital Malacca Straits, ensuring more trade flows through Singapore will only bring prosperity to itself and the nations around it. So we gain the strength from trade mechanic. The more trade agreements that we sign, the more tariff income we gain. For each of such trade agreement, we gain 0.075 billion. So at this point, we would already get, we need to get it, because we have 3 trade treaties, and that means we would get about 0.2 billion. And that is really important for us, so let's do it, goddammit. So once we clear the energy efforts, we're going to try to do that one. And with the integrated gasification combined cycle. Okay, this needs to refresh. But what's the next step? That is advanced control integration. Power use is lowered. But I really think what we need to do is start going through the neural networks revival. Neural networking has been around since the late 19th century as a theory of utilizing the brain's processing power to enhance humanity. We should revive this idea in order to better our computers and our quest for artificial intelligence. Well, we'll try to do that, but the fact that it's going to lower our manpower requirements is why we're doing it, and not really that much for production efficiency or anything else. Even though that's an added bonus, I like it, but still. Okay, so what are we doing now? Yep, minus 1%. Okay, so that further increased our income. Yep. Cool. And you will give us additional 5% power generation. So that's gonna clear it out completely. So then we can get the trade hub of Southeast Asia and continue with where we are. Should be improved. Well, we can actually add an entire fossil fuel power plant. which will give us a bit more than just this one, which is a reduction, but this one actually gives us an entire power plant, so that's a gigawatt of energy. Okay, buy more fuel, and it allows me to actually kill the imports for a bit, which will mean that we have about 70 days. Okay, but in those 70 days we can continue constructing and buying fuel, and that ought to be fine. Okay, energy efforts. This should also lower the consumption. So let's now get the trade hub of Southeast Asia. Singapore is a major financial and major trading port between the West and East. It sits on the vital Malacca Straits, ensuring more trade flows through Singapore will only bring prosperity. And Singapore Embassy's attack plot. Singapore police forces have uncovered a Jemaah Islamiyah plot to bomb the embassies of the United States, United Kingdom, Australia and Israel. The plot was discovered a few weeks back based on the tips from an informant. 15 people have been arrested in connection to the attack plot. Execute them, or life in prison. Execute them. Why would we keep them alive? Okay, so yep, now the energy is completely and nice. We're actually keep an increase of net income, so everything is slowly coming together. Slowly coming together. And we now have 18 military power, which I believe could help us upgrade the bionics. So upgrade everything that we have. Add a smoke launcher, add an external ATGM, and what do you guys give? Soft attack to defense, soft attack and air attack. Defense and breakthrough, defense breakthrough reliability. Actually, this one might be better. Because it increases reliability significantly. No, let's get the top-mounted machine gun. Can't get anything here. Okay, so this is gonna be called Bionics 25 S1. Let's start making you and we'll keep upgrading. Okay, so instead of needing all of the resources, we're just gonna need a bit of technology metals, which we don't have, but we are gonna upgrade at a speed of 1.5 per day, which will give the steel to the Corvette, which will boost its construction speed. Okay, well, it's all coming together, as I said. It's all coming together. Not too well, but we're doing our best. Okay. Playing tall requires a whole new skill set. Energy decision category. So what is this? Georgia is descending into a civil war. So this is... We could buy reactor-grade nuclear material from any of these countries. So eventually, if we get a nuclear reactor, we can buy stuff here. Okay, gotcha. Now let's see what's gonna happen with Georgia. Why is there a civil war happening? So Unified Communist Party is controlling most of Georgia, and the Democratic Movement United Georgia is controlling this area. So what's your strength? About 16. Yeah, I have a feeling the Democratic alliance is gonna lose. And they don't have a military. We could actually support them as a democratic government. We can because we don't have enough world engines. Okay. Unfortunately, not gonna happen for us. Sad, but realistic. Okay, so Malaysia, no trade deal with you, right? Yeah, they wouldn't accept it. Yeah. What about Japan? Japan would? Okay, anyone else that would? India wouldn't. Taiwan. Yep, Taiwan would. Okay, what about Germany? They would. And United States, they would. Okay. United Kingdom, France, Poland. Okay, actually we can check the diplomacy. Well, that's not diplomacy, okay. But if I try it this way, who else likes us? Australia, Russia. Nope. Well, we can keep improving relations, but we'll see how it's gonna go. So with the fact that we have the trade hub of Southeast Asia now, we should be seeing an immense income boost. 1.34 billion per week. And that is really nice. And we can continue expanding here. If we expand trade with India, we gain trade agreement with them. This would give us a boost. This helps with Philippines. Okay, so this is a way how we can increase our income. But considering the amount of money that we're getting right now, I think we're going to go back to the fossil fuels and finish this. And then we can start focusing on this area. And I still want a total defense. But at this point, we might actually start considering leasing some civilian factories. Can I get... Yeah, I can get more fuel. So let's actually do another investment before we end this episode, because we need to invest. And let's lease one factory. We're gonna start with that. That means we have two. That's gonna double our construction speed here, and we should, generally speaking, be better off. So with that said, let's select the expanded fossil fuel power plants. Expanding the fossil fuel power plants in our city will help offset some of the rolling issues we may potentially face, and that will fix the energy issues completely for us, at least for now, because it's going to increase our total power generation to roughly 8.75 gigawatts. So that's going to be enough for additional consumption, and if we get the improved power plant efficiency and reinforced electrical infrastructure, it's going to further help us. And then we can start with the Singapore machinery and intermediate parts production, the bull, and they entice foreign investment. And in the meantime, we can keep investing and getting some more trade deals. Or we can actually do those just by the sheer power of influencing people. Because many states, especially the European ones, will sign the trade deal with us if we just keep increasing the relations. So yeah, that's the strategy for us for now.